What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So Arsenal definitely confirmed the Adidas deal recently, and it's something that we've known for a very long time. We've known that this deal was going to happen, but we were certainly waiting for confirmation from the club. So as you can remember, I did make a few videos a while back, but at the time of recording these videos, the deal wasn't really clear in terms of how much the club was getting from Adidas as a company, in terms of actually sponsoring and creating the kit, as well as additional merchandise that will come along with the actual new venture that Arsenal and Adidas have definitely formed. So of course, the information has started to trickle out recently in the last couple of days or so, and basically we do now know that the deal is worth roughly about £300 million, which is a significant amount of money, and that basically doubles our money from the amount that we received for the duration that we had Puma as the kit sponsor. So I do know a lot of people weren't certainly fans of the Puma kit, but we're going back to Adidas. Adidas has certainly created some fantastic kits for us in the past, but we'll talk about those later on in the video. So what does this mean really in terms of Arsenal getting this new £300 million wealth? Obviously, this is not coming in a lump. The fee that we will certainly be getting per season is roughly about £50 million. And that will certainly go a long way in terms of actually helping us get some new transfers in. It is a huge amount. I'm not too sure if the club will certainly deploy all those funds straight into the transfers, but it is certainly a good amount of money that will certainly boost the kitty that we currently have, which is basically non-existent as far as I'm aware. But it's still a very decent amount of money going forward. So that obviously puts us level with Chelsea in terms of what Chelsea does receive from their kit sponsor. And at the moment, Chelsea are being sponsored by Nike. But as mentioned, I'm not too sure if the club will certainly plough those funds back in. So it looks like the club is definitely trying to strengthen its commercial power in terms of what the club can draw in from sponsors. So we recently signed a new deal with the Emirates, which was worth about £200 million. We've also signed the sleeve sponsorship, which was our first ever sleeve sponsor in history, and that was with the government of Rwanda, or their tourism board if you like, and that's valued at about £10 million a season. And a lot of people in Rwanda really weren't happy with this particular deal, but we're not going to discuss that in this particular video. And this new deal with Adidas will certainly take us a long way in terms of what we draw in really from sponsors. As mentioned not too long ago, I'm not too sure if the club are willing to invest those funds straight back into transfers. A report that has surfaced, which is the report you saw at the start of the video, does suggest that the reason Aaron Ramsey wasn't issued a new deal, or the deal that he was offered was retracted from him, is based on the fact that the club are certainly trying to cap or limit the amount that they spend. This is on player wages. This is definitely on transfers, and we have seen that recently, that we haven't gone out in the transfer market and splashed out. Obviously, we did splash out a huge amount of money between Lacazette and Aubameyang. Those two definitely did cost a lot of money, but it seems as if the club are trying to sort of hold back the purse strings. If the club can be successful whilst deploying a very minimal financial model in terms of spending, then a lot of people won't complain. The fans won't certainly complain. I won't complain. All that we do ask for, of course, is results. And in the modern game, you have to go out there and spend some significant amount of money. Of course, as I said recently, we spent a huge amount of money between, like I said, on Aubameyang. But as we know, our owner, not a very popular figure amongst the fans, he is definitely tight. However, just as an addition to this point that I was making as well, the owner has actually been listed as the second richest Premier League owner after Roman Abramovich. So it's puzzling really why there's certainly a lack of investment in terms of players, mainly in past seasons. We can see that slightly improving, but hopefully we can certainly kick on in terms of actually getting some good players in, investing back into the squad, etc. But this deal should certainly help us along the way in terms of actually achieving that. So as mentioned, as you can see from the title of the video itself, we will certainly be looking at some concept kits as well. There's a lot of concept kits that have surfaced online, and some of them are good, some of them are a bit iffy. A lot of people want that bruised banana look that we had early 90s with Adidas, and personally I agree. Fantastic kit if we can get a modern twist to that particular kit, a lot of fans will be happy, and I'm sure the club will definitely be selling a lot of kits, which will in turn generate a lot of revenue for the club. So let's just look at the first concept kit really. So the first one that's popped up really is one that's been floating around a lot on social media. This is from a chap called FFX, and it is a twist on the bruised banana kit. And this is a modern version of it, mainly black. As you can see, the sleeves have got that bruised banana look that we have been discussing, but I definitely think this will certainly be a good kit. Of course, the yellow kit was the away kit, and that's what a lot of people just want back. People just want that particular kit back. But as you can see from this image on the screen now, again, this is a good rendition, and personally, of all the kits that we're going to run through now, the concept kits, this is definitely the best one. The next one, as you can see, is a rendition or a concept of the home kit. So we've seen previous concepts that have looked similar to this one, but this one does definitely look quite good. I am quite pleased with this one. This will most likely be the kit that we will have, but I do believe once it does come out, the home kit will sort of have a I don't know how to even call it or describe it, like a gradient at the bottom. As you can see, Man United's kit is designed by Adidas, and I do believe that will be going towards that same direction in terms of the actual design itself. Of course, not the colors, but it will just depend on what Adidas are producing that particular year. The next one is a yellow away kit, away from the bruised banana concept that people want. And this is just a plain yellow Adidas away kit. Again, not too bad in terms of the colors, but a little bit plain, which is the same as the previous home concept that we've looked at. Moving on, third away kit, which is a bit different from all the other kits that we have seen in this video, and this is all black as far as I can see. It's sort of reminiscent of some of the actual Real Madrid kit from a couple of years ago or so, but as you can see, it's all black. It's obviously got the old school Adidas logo, which won't be the case really once the kit has been produced. But all black, white sleeves and the white stripes, of course, of the Adidas. I personally like this concept. Of course, this would be the third kit option, and it's only a concept, of course. Moving on, and another home concept kit. This one does look better than the first home kit that we looked at, and the reason I say so is purely because the stripes are running down all the way down the side, so that is something that I personally like in that regards. But again, in terms of the home kit that we've looked at already, this is my personal favorite. We go on to another yellow away kit, as you can see from the image on the screen. This one has got a gradient, the gradient that I was sort of describing really, which is like a fading darker yellow at the bottom, as you can see. But again, fantastic concepts that have been coming out on social media from certain individuals on there. But this is my personal favorite away kit with the first one coupled together. It's sort of a tie between the two. We look at a third kit option now, and this is like a purpley blue with a bit of gold, if you like, as the strips. And this looks certainly good as well as a third kit option concept. We are looking at a similar kit now to what we have in terms of the color scheme at the moment as a third kit. And again, color scheme exactly the same. Stripes of red and blue. As you can see, the writing is in gold, but this is, again, looks absolutely fantastic. Moving on to the next kit. This is more like the bruised banana concept. It's got the bruisedness, if you want to call it that, all the way through. And this definitely mimics the previous kit that we had in the past, so the old school one, more closely than any other concept that we have seen. So it's the torso that's definitely bruised. The arms are blue, as you can see. And another home concept. Again, this one's fairly decent. It's got the stripes going through, as you can see. Lovely little concept that we have there. And we've got a second away kit here from the same designer as the last home kit we've just looked at, and that's got the bruised effect as well. So this is actually quite lovely as well. It's got the golden look, white writing on it in terms of the sponsor. It's got the golden strips down the sides of the arms, but again, a lovely concept. And a third kit option from the same designer here again, which is old blue really. Not too keen on that one. And then we do have another concept which has got the same color scheme from what we currently have this season. This looks more of like a Real Madrid kit, if you want to call it that, but again, it looks absolutely lovely. I do personally like it. Moving forward, we have yet another bruised banana concept kit, but this has got blue as well as the yellow. But again, this is lovely as well. I do like it. And finally, we have a full set. As you can see on the screen, this is from the same designer, and this is a home, away, and a third kit option. And again, the away kit does definitely resemble that bruised banana effect, and that's with a modern twist to it. So of course, it's going to be quite interesting in terms of how Adidas develops the new kits this season. I'm sure there would have been definitely someone within Adidas who's noticed these concept kits flying around on social media, but as soon as we start getting the leaks of the new kit for the next season, be reassured that I'll definitely be making a video for you guys to let you know what the kit will definitely look like. I'll try and bring that out as soon as possible, but so far so good. Brilliant deal, amazing concept that have surfaced from fans, and I'm personally happy with the whole situation. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.